everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix. Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. If you are new, welcome to the channel. Here's where I talk about fashion from head to toe and everything in between. I love accessories. I love the clothes, the shoes, the hats, all of it. And here is where I talk about and share my love of those things with you and also offer some style tips and some looks along the way. Today's video is about a fragrance brand, Dossier, and I am sharing 3 fragrances from the brand. And I'm also talking about the triangle shaped or pear shaped body type. So I'm starting with the fragrances. I've worked with this brand before and I'm excited to share the fragrances with you. I've enjoyed wearing the prior scents and I'm going to tell you which one's my favorite from this as well. So the 3 scents, they come nicely packaged. And the inside label reads, "Iconic scents, designer quality, no markups." These scents are classic inspired scents at a fraction of the cost of retail. So they sell for $39, and that is a great price point. So I'm starting with a scent that is one of my favorites in terms of citrus. And this one is called Citrus Green Apple. And I'm going to share the notes from what you initially get in terms of the top notes, the middle, and the base notes. And the top notes are green apple, lime, and citrat. The middle notes are bluebell, jasmine, and rose. Base notes are amber, cedarwood, and musk. And this is called Citrus Green Apple. And it's a very light fragrance. It's a soft scent, although there is a slight hint of apple, but also the citrus is very much there. So the Citrus Green Apple, it comes in a 50 milliliter size, and that is about 1.7 ounces. The top pops on and off easily. And one thing I like about these is that the spray is pretty substantial. It's more of a mist. Some fragrances pump a stream of perfume and it just kind of hits you, maybe splatters a bit. But with this being a mist, I do like that. And it smells really crisp. I really do like this. Was inspired by Dolce & Gabbana, the light blue for women eau de toilette. So that's that. And for scent number 2 is called Citrus Neroli. And the top notes on it are bergamot, mandarin, and lemon. The middle notes are orange blossom, jasmine, and lavender. And the base notes are musk and amber. And again, I mentioned that I do like citrus notes. And this one is giving a bit of citrus, a little bit different from the green apple. And this one is inspired by Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino Eau de Parfum. And it is the Citrus Neroli. Again, in the 50 milliliter, 1.7 ounces, a great size. And as I mentioned before, these scents last for several hours. I have been really pleased with that. And for $39, I think the value is really good on these scents. And thirdly, Ambery Vetiver. The notes on it are bergamot, lemon, and buchu. Middle notes are orange blossom, marigold, and violet, and the base notes are vetiver, amber, and cedarwood. And this one is inspired by Byredo, Val d'Afrique Eau de Parfum. We've heard a lot about Byredo in the past couple of years. It's been a very popular scent, and I do like this one. And I think it's very soft, it's very feminine, and this one of the 3 is my favorite. I like soft scents, but I also like the citrus. So Citrus Green Apple is one of my favorites from these. Again, these scents are classic inspired scents from those scents that we may have liked from the past, but we're getting them at a much more affordable price. You have 30 days to try them out. If you don't want to keep the scents, you can return them at no cost and you can try some others. And Dossier does also take recommendations. If there's a scent that you used to wear or something that you think they should carry, they are open to suggestions for new scents. I will leave information in the description box with regard to these 3 scents, as well as a discount for bulk order. So that is the Dossier scents. Hopefully you can try some of these out and see what you think of them. Of the scents that I've tried so far, I think the Ambery Vetiver is my favorite, and I like it because it's a soft scent, and I've been wearing that one quite a bit. So today, with regard to the triangle, or sometimes referred to as the pear-shaped body type, we're talking about how to style that body type. Now, if you fall into this category, I'm sharing some tips and styles that may work for you with regard to how to best show the different parts of your body. We're going more for drama up top, and we're going for less drama on the bottom. Because as you see, the triangle body type appears just as a triangle. However, for some, there's a bit more rounding on the bottom, and that creates more of the pear shape because the top is narrower and rounder on the bottom. So if we're considering the illusion part of how we dress, so we want to create an illusion of balance, and we're going to balance the body from top to bottom by bringing more volume to the top. And there's several ways to do that. Now, I'm going to mention a few things here. For as many as I mentioned, there are that many more. But to just give you a foundation or a base to start with regard to what your options might be. So in bringing some drama to the top of the body, I'm starting with scarves. I like scarves for a variety of reasons, but for this particular body shape, I'm adding scarves because it's a great way to add some drama here at the neckline. It's going to create some drama right here, right in the center of the body. That's going to bring the eye to this area. And if you have a smaller bust, it's going to create the illusion of a larger bust. So you can definitely create some fullness with the scarf. You can also tie it off to the side. You can, as in some of my looks, you can tie it off and create something billowy here on the shoulder. That's going to create some interest with the scarf. I also recommend with scarves is a lot of color. You can have prints, you can have color, and that also is going to draw the eye to this area. When it comes to sleeves, I recommend something of this nature that has some detail. You can create sleeves with a lot of fullness, and then this is the area the fullness is going to work to your benefit. It's going to expand the top of the triangle outward, and that's going to create a bit more definition here on the side to create a balance with your bottom. If you like flutter sleeves, that's a great way to add that extra fullness. If you like shoulder pads, this is the time to bring them out, and that's going to create a little bit of height as well as some additional structure here on the shoulder. This is where you can get kind of dramatic with adding full volume sleeves, but you're going to want to have them taper a little bit as they go down the arm if you're talking about a long sleeve, because you now don't want to have any competition on the lower part of your body. We want the fullness up here, and as we get lower, we want to make things narrower. You can wear a boat neckline. That's going to show more of your neck. If you wear off the shoulder, then that's a great way to add some additional interest. I recommend a top like you see with the floral detail. Bringing that floral detail to the neckline is going to minimize what is happening on the bottom, because now the focal point is going to be above the waist. So here's where halter tops are not recommended, because the halter is going to accentuate that V, that triangle there that we're trying to camouflage. So halter tops in this scenario would not be your best choice with regard to necklines. Now, if you chose to wear a halter top and you wanted to wear a jacket or something over it, that's a different scenario. But with regard to just a halter top by itself, that may not be the best option. If you like color, this is where it's going to go. We want to bring the color above the waist and also prints above the waist. So if you get color and the prints all in the same, that's doing double duty. Or you can, of course, do solids and brights. That's going to bring interest again above the waist, expand at the top of your body, and therefore create the illusion that your body up top is a bit wider, a bit bolder than what it actually is. So let's talk bottoms. So this is where we're trying to give the illusion of having smaller hips, smaller thighs, and we want to accent the waist. Maybe show a little bit of your curves, But this is where it's going to be really important with regard to fit. There is a difference between fitted and tight, in my opinion. So to have your clothes lay against the body is fine, but you want to be able to have a little bit of movement or a little bit of play in what that fit looks like. So having a real fitted piece is definitely going to bring some attention to what you're trying to camouflage. You want to avoid adding additional layers or very heavy fabrics that's going to add the appearance of a weighted bottom. So the idea is not to necessarily hide your curves. You want to show your curves in the best light, but we don't want to bring a whole lot of attention to the fact that the curves are there. They're going to be seen. But we want to contour along the curves for skirts or for pants, so those garments are going to fit the best that they can. This is where you want to stay away from horizontal lines. Stripes are not going to be your friend here because they are going to widen the appearance of your shape. If you wear jeans, a high rise is probably going to fit better, and it's definitely going to give some definition to the waist. So you're creating more of that fullness on the top, a little bit of a waist, and your bottom. So it's going to give the effect of more of an hourglass shape. So when you bring that definition in with the high rise, that's definitely going to work to your benefit. Now, when it comes to skirts as well as jeans, you're going to want to contour. And this is where right sizing as well as alterations is going to come into play. If you're buying the appropriate size and there is a gap in your back at the waistline, that is where you're going to want to get the alterations done to get the fit into the waistline. But we also want to focus on getting the right size for the bottom. You may not have to alter every piece, but whatever is going to give you the best look, I do highly recommend getting those pieces altered for a good fit. You can wear a capri or a cigarette style pant, but I wouldn't go with a pencil tight and something that's very fitted, because again, that would accentuate the fullness of the hips. So have a little bit of play, a little bit of fullness in those styles. So for dresses, now the bodycon dresses have been around for a while, and I have a couple of them, but instead of buying my normal size, I went up 2 sizes because the bodycon dresses are going to pull you in. They're going to fit. They're going to hug the body. They're hugging all the curves. Whatever's there, the bodycon style is attaching to it. So I went up 2 sizes, and going up the 2 sizes makes the dress fit and not be tight. Now you can, as you see here, you can get these dresses in styles that are going to, of course, fit the waist, but there's going to be, these offer a bit of drama on the sleeve as well as the neckline. There's definition on the waist. They're hugging the curves on the bottom. So if you size it properly, then it's going to look like a nicely fitted dress. So that is where that right sizing comes in and is very important to the overall look. It may take some trying with getting the right size, but once you find your right size, then you're going to know pretty much from brand to brand about how much you're going to need to go up to get a more of a fitted look versus a tight look. Now, when it comes to jackets, that peplum style is not going to be the best option because it's going to bring fullness right to the top of the hips, which we're trying to camouflage. What you can do is wear blazers or coats or jackets that are going to fall just below the hip. And by doing so, it takes the eye away from the hip line. If you stop your jacket at the hip line, that's where the eye is going to go. So having it fall below the hip is going to be a better option. If the jacket is belted, that's going to create a waistline for you. So you're going to be cinched in a little. That's going to add more of that hourglass feel. And that is a great option for creating that balance from head to toe. So let's talk about jewelry. One of my favorite things, and it is a great time to pull out those bold accessories with your necklaces, your statement pieces, your bold earrings, your chandelier earrings. All of those things is a great time to pull those out. If they're colorful, this is where they have the moments to shine, because again, with jewelry, that's a great way to bring interest up to your face. You can only look at one place at a time. So if you're looking here in the jewelry and all of this is going on, a great way to bring that additional interest to the top of the body. So I hope that these recommendations are useful for you if you are looking for ways to bring interest to the top of your body or minimize the bottom of your body, create interest at the waistline. But I wanted to share a few to kind of help you maybe get started on just making some subtle changes. I think one of the best ways to do so is pick a part of the body that you want to focus on and not try to create the whole thing at one time. Just pick an area and start. Make some changes, find out what's in your wardrobe that works for those areas, and start to work on those areas. And with a little bit of time, it will get to the point that you're finding that maybe your style has shifted a little bit and that you're enjoying your wardrobe more. That is my goal. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share the videos. I do appreciate those of you that are sharing with your family and friends. And you can also find me on Instagram. That's where you can see several of my get readies during the week and some looks you may not see here on YouTube. Everyone, I thank you for watching. Until next time, everyone, do have a great start to your week, and we will see you very soon. Bye.